And I guess that's my cue to be on. Welcome everyone, and glad to have you on board today. It is, what is it today? June the 9th already, wow. And yep, I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX, a live stream. Welcome everyone, I'm glad to have you all on board. And some people saying they can hear me, which is really good. I'm happy. And yep, June 9th, 2022, the day where gas prices were high everywhere. Yep, all right. Anyway, welcome everyone. Glad to have you guys all on board today. So far, I only seen Arizona Snowman as far as our wonderful moderators. I'm sure, thank you, Arizona Snowman. I'm sure C&D Boy and those other guys like Joseph Fields Official probably will be along. Gary might be hiding in the background as, you know, one of those guys. But we're all good with that, not a problem. And Piggy is on her holidays and going to another island tomorrow. So she's island hopping in Greece and doing a wonderful job at it. I guess she was looking at some monastery today, so pretty cool, and that was pretty awesome. She actually posted a little video on her channel. It's only 5 seconds long. You guys can go look at it later. And it is a pretty cool, some kind of monastery there. Anyway, glad to have you all on board here. Beautiful day here in Edmonton today. Temperature around 24 degrees or so. And almost clear skies. There are some clouds up there, but nothing that is going to rattle my cage kind of thing. So, and let's get talking about volcanoes. On screen, of course, you see two slightly different views of the lava flow from Mount Etna, and that is from the fissure that is at 2,800 meters up. Dr. Fox checked up on the both baby magpies. Yes, there's one on camera right now, and the other one is down in the tree. Unfortunately, we can't get a view of them with the camera, but they're both there, and they're very much so alive and doing well and all that nice stuff. Now, I was listening as the mama bird came in, and the one that's on top was squawking, but I could swear I heard another bird inside the nest yet. So there may be a third magpie there. We don't know yet. We'll see what's happening later on. I'm sure it'll come out eventually, and then we'll go from there. Anyway, person first in today was Hermione, and Hermione gets the cookies. So let's take care of that first. And there we go. And now I will start saying hello to everyone. So welcome to Juliet and Sasha and Sarah Miles. Kate is here. Colin Dedman. Tetra, welcome. Juliet, of course. Al Sanchez. Sue Hayes. Diane Craig. And Diane Craig, congratulations to your grandson on the graduating there. That's awesome. Sharon Stewart in the house. Did I say Al Sanchez? I did. Yvonne Kunkel is here as well. Welcome, Yvonne. And don't be sad about all the warm temperatures elsewhere. It will eventually warm up, and we'll make sure we give you special temperatures at Mount Etna, at least 16 degrees Celsius or something, just to keep you happy. I mean, 26 degrees Celsius. Oops, my bad. Colin Dedman also here. Kevin Haynes, welcome. Going up a little more. I'm kidding. It's going to be nice there when you go. Did I say Sharon Stewart? I think I did. Going up a little bit more. Grandma B is also here. Paul Williams as well. Welcome, you guys. and going up a little more to see other names, and a lot of chatting going on. Mars 2028 in there as well. Welcome. And going up, I already got Sasha, I got Paul, I got Al. Going up, going up, going up, and those are all gotten already. There's one, Charlotte. Welcome back, Charlotte. Glad to have you on board. And going up a little bit more, we got Sarah Miles already, and trying to see who else I may have missed coming in here. Some of you guys are so quick, I can barely see you sneaking in the door and grabbing a cookie and running to the back. Into the Lurkers Lounge, and that happens. Tom Dice also here. Welcome, Tom. And Tom's accomplice, Pepper, is probably paying attention to. I don't know if Pepper likes volcanoes. Oh, let's see. What else we got going on here? Just going up the list trying to see who else. We got Diane Craig. We got Hermione. I don't know who else may have snuck in here. Arliss Scott and Frank McLeod. Welcome to both of you. And let's see. Going up, going up. And oh, by the way, I did turn off the subscriber only mode, so that way, you know, it leaves the door open, but as normal policy, we'll turn it on if the bad guys come. OFU Lux from Luxembourg is also here. Welcome back. Going up a little bit more, and I am as far up as I can go. Don't see any other names there. One Fish 26 down at the bottom end, though. Welcome. And I should have guessed. One fish swimming down deep in the water. I didn't see him. Anyway, welcome. Trev T also on board. Good to see you. And let's see. Who else? Oh, I think we got most of the good names for right now. Not a worry. If I did miss your name, do not panic. Do not be offended. You know, if somebody happened to sneak in like Spooky Avocado or somebody that just grabbed a cookie and ran into the back in the Lurkers Lounge, I could barely see that she came in, and but we know she's here somewhere. Oh, and Tom Truelove also here somewhere, I think. Good evening and welcome. And I think that's good for right now. With names, if I did happen to miss a name, like I said, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything like that. It's just there's a lot of names in here, and sometimes we do miss them. Okay, so if your name wasn't called, you can always speak up and say, hey, you didn't call my name. Okay, something like that. Anyway, looking at what we've got on the screen, and that is our wonderful Mount Etna. And Mount Etna was misbehaving today. I was hoping to get some nice footage so I can make another time lapse, and it was nothing but cloud and fluff and stuff you couldn't see through, and it was horrible. I mean, it was horrible. Right now, though, things are changing a little bit, and it looks a little unique. I'm going to turn that insert off, and you may be able to notice those clouds are being lit up by the moon. So that actually does look pretty good. You can see a star up there, and you can see on the top of the mountain here, there is some pluming going on in the dark. And didn't lava workers need a license to work in the dark? I don't know. We're going to have to check with Yvonne. Oh, somebody's doing things at nighttime. They're supposed to turn the valves off. Okay. Anyway, that's what we're seeing. So we can go back a little bit in time. I did not make a time lapse, as I mentioned, but if we go back, let's say we'll go back about... I don't know, somewhere around here. Of course, this is right in an area where we did have not bad weather, but there you go. One of the things I wanted to point out, some beautiful lenticular clouds had been developing over the last 24 hours. I did see some really gorgeous stuff there, and thought it was neat. But also looking at this, the way the smoke is going up, and that looks kind of freaky and eerie and ominous, but it's doing its thing, and I don't know, a little spooky. Spooky. Oh, get it? Spooky? Never mind. Yona from Iceland is here. Welcome, Yona. Glad to have you on board. And anyway, this smoke up front here, I think what that is keeps things going for us. Yeah, okay. They're always busy, those lava workers. This smoke up front here, some of it is smoke, some of it is still a little bit of steam, but what's happening here, of course, as that lava is coming down the hill, it's hitting over top of some of the old lava, and we know that that usually ends up making some odd looking smoke. So that's what some of that is. Of course, you can see up top there right now at this point in time, which was about 8 p.m. in Sicily, and that it was still off-gassing pretty good out in the back sides there and up top. If we go back a little bit further, you'll see what I'm referring to about bad times. You know, I wanted to make a time lapse, and how can you make a time lapse of that, right? It's and even this is about 8 hours and 11 minutes ago. You know, horrible views, unfortunately. So hence the reason for not having one today. And this is now what 10 and a half hours ago roughly, and that's kind of what we had. We did have that break in between here where a little bit less was happening, but it didn't take long before those clouds moved back in and messed it up. And then, of course, for evening, we prayed to the cloud gods, and they moved some of it so we could see our lava. And that is getting back to our live shot. It is there, and it does look pretty awesome to be able to see that. So I do like it. Some of the other views, this is one of the other cameras. We can't see anything. This one out of focus again. That one, no visibility at all. This one, kind of too far away to see the lava, but it is there. And that is the moon peeking over there, you guys. So some moonshine happening. And anyway, that's the last one there that we can see. And it tells you what we're looking at. While we're here, let's have a quick look at this other one. If it'll load up. Yeah, there you go. And that is both this is a Volcano here, and of course a Stromboli, and those clouds are doing the same thing. These all three cameras here are Stromboli. Oh, you can't see that on there. Let's go to this one there. All three cameras are Stromboli, and hard to see. Those clouds are just really messing things up. So that's kind of what we're seeing. Anyway, let me get it switched back here, and we'll go back to our lava shot, and that'll be okay in a second, I hope. Come on, switch, do something. There we go. And that looks good, and we'll turn that insert back on. One of the things we do know that lava has progressed. I was trying to find out how much further it progressed. We know it was at about 4 kilometers down from up in the top there, and it had about 5 kilometers to go before it would get into any forestry, like any trees or anything like that, or any buildings. And I'm not sure if there was any major progression. I'm assuming it's moving forward slowly, hence the reason for all that smoke that we had. And of course, that is the fresh hot magma or lava hitting the old dried up lava, which has probably got some organic stuff on it by now as well, and things like that, since it's been sitting for a few years already. Anyway, that's kind of what we're seeing there in Sicily, and really not too much new to report. Hey, welcome, Richard. Glad to have you on board. And the C&D boy did make it in. Good to see you. Who else? Sophie also made it in. Welcome, Sophie. And did I miss anyone else? Just checking real quick. And no, I think I'm good for right now. All right. We did get Grandma B earlier. I know. All right. Cool. So let's carry on. We'll pop over to Iceland and see what is going on there. And of course, that is our wonderful Ragnar. And let me find it. There we are. Very, very hazy, but then again, not bad for 10 minutes after 11 p.m. We can't see it. We do see some off-gassing in certain spots off the edges here. Again, we are seeing smoke, and we can see the rippling of the heat coming out, and that is still in its fumarole state. So it is doing what it is doing, cooling off slowly. And I'm still a little confused because, like I say, we had snow on the inside there. How come there's so much heat coming out of it now? Anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at. There's our longer shot, and that looks out to the coast. We can't see as well right now. If we go back about 6 hours or so, you could see a little bit further. Let's see if we can, yeah, you can kind of see the edges there, long ways off. I think even 9 hours back, it's a lot better. That's what it was looking like about 9 hours ago. So not bad at all. If we leave that one on live, we'll go back about 9 hours on this guy too and see. And that'll put us in there. So that really did not look bad, but you can really see the heat plumes going up in this shot, and that is very fascinating to me. It really, really is, you know, especially since there was already snow that had accumulated and was just sitting there for days on end inside the crater. So I don't know, that's weird. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with at that. Let's take a look at our harmonic tremor chart. And there it is. Get myself on the right chart here. There we go. And of course, the first thing I was looking for was quakes. And we do see one quake in here that's of reasonable size, not very big though, certainly nothing like that. But we do see an upward trend. I don't know if that's a good thing. I hope it is. The snow would have been melted by now. Yeah, well, temperature now is pretty good, but Yvonne, what I'm referring to was in the winter time. Like some of the videos, literally they show that there was an accumulation of a couple of centimeters of snow sitting inside that crater on the floor of the crater. And the fact that that snow didn't melt is what I'm kind of going, you know, why did it not melt then? There should have been more heat there still, right? And that snow should have just melted right off, and it was sitting there for 2 or 3 days. So the fact that it's giving a lot of you know, the heat or the ripples in the air there, I'm wondering how much heat there really is, right? But we don't know. Anyway, looking at what we've got going on, upward trends. Doesn't really mean too much right now, but we'll take a look at the Grindavik chart just to see. This one is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just about 5 dots back from the wall. So let's have a quick peek down at Grindavik and see how they are doing. There we go. All right, and there's the Grindavik chart, and we don't see that spike there at all. So that is telling us that that was over in our Fragerfjeld area, or well, Ragnar, or maybe to the east further. But that might be this guy here, very small on this one. So again, this area is showing an upswing as well in activity. Not sure if we're going to see it continue to climb. It is always a little bit on the difficult side to try to guesstimate what the volcano or what the magma is going to do in the future underneath all that rock. So pretty cool. Let's go over and have a look at our earthquake map, and that is right there, and there's our stuff for today. And up top here, and we're gonna move this around. We'll get these top guys first. Some of it, well, not overly big. I think we had some out here yesterday as well. That is from yesterday, never mind. So this one I do believe was yesterday's as well. Yep. And then we had another one further down here, yesterday's. Yep. I'm not going to worry about those, and we'll carry on with looking for other ones. This 1.1 here, I don't recall from yesterday. It is from today, 4:50 a.m., 8.2 kilometers down, but it's only a 1.1, nothing significant. And let's see, we have a 1.3 down here. This guy from 8:05 a.m., 10.2 kilometers down, and of course a 1.3 in magnitude. And there was a 1.6. This might be from yesterday as well. Not sure, but we'll look. Nope, brand new. 15:20 was the time on it. 11 kilometers down and 1.6 in magnitude. Makes you wonder what the heck is going on there. Some pretty good quakes. Moving down on, according to this map, we don't see anything at Astja. And that is this volcano right here, and nothing over at his friends, and kind of makes me wonder what they're missing on the map. Same thing at Grimsvatn and Vardabunga, not seeing anything, or even down here in the ice fields, no movement as per se according to that chart. Zooming in here a little bit, we do see this guy. And let's get a little closer. There we go. Right in the lake, 0.6 of a kilometer down. Happened today at 11:48. No, not really. I don't think there'll be much heat anymore. It doesn't stay hot in there for a long time after the eruption. Okay, yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm wondering though is why are we seeing heat plumes, Yvonne? Coming out of there, the warmer air. Is there still off gassing somewhere, right? That's kind of what I'm wondering, what it's doing. Anyway, we do see kind of a whole row here, and that is very, very suspicious. That tells me it's probably a tectonic type action, so we're seeing plates moving or something, since they're in kind of a nice line here. I don't know, we'll see. Looking at these two little 2.2s, or 1.2s I mean, 7.8 kilometers on that one from yesterday at 21:42. Is that the time for this one? Yeah, 2128 on this one. So that's from yesterday. I'm not going to worry about him. And let's see, we do have this 1.9 out by the lake. And that guy is 6.9 kilometers down. And it happened today at 10:31. That's the gas. It doesn't mean the whole ground is hot. Ah, okay. So we got bad gas, hot gas. Oh, okay. Let's not turn this into a gassy situation. A little bit of punning there. Punning. 6:24 a.m. For that 1.3, and it was 4.8 kilometers down, and that's not very far away from the lake. Getting a little bit closer to our stuff, and of course we don't see anything on this map in here, but we do certainly see a lot of stuff. Wow, even on here they're not showing that many. Really, the other maps have a lot more quakes being indicated. This one yesterday, 2156 and 4.7 kilometers down, but 1.2. I think these are all yesterday's. This is this chart. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder about this chart if they're missing something along the way and really not helping us out. Yeah, these are all yesterday's. What happened to today's stuff? Come on, I refreshed this. It should be showing us exactly what we need to see. Let's go look at this guy. And this is from today, 12:05 and 1.1 kilometers down. That's not very far. And that is 1.0 in magnitude. Let's go to this map. This looks a little bit better. All right, again, now what I was saying about that funny line, this would be about where our stuff is as far as the cracks. It would head over this way and then up and then back out. So that is kind of along the entire ridge, and we do see a lot more quakes in here. And that's why I was kind of going, where's the stuff? Astja, real quick, this happened at 6:35 a.m., 0.33, and that was only 135 meters down, and I'm not sure if that's below the floor level or whatever. That is pretty neat, and little quakes in there. It's those little ones at Astja that get everybody nervous. This guy here, 2:20 a.m., 0.62, 17.5 kilometers down. This 0.41, 3.7 kilometers down from 13 or 14 minutes after midnight. This guy is 10.5 minutes after midnight, 0.61 and 3.5 kilometers down. So that's Astja area kind of in a nutshell. This guy we didn't look at, 0.13, 10.9 kilometers down at, what was it, 1350 today, of course. And here's what I was looking for. At Bardabunga, we got this guy here, 0.8 and 3 kilometers down, 1443, which is all right. And this is 0.68, 18 kilometers down, or 18.5 kilometers, 3:31 a.m. on that one. This one 0.52, 3:28 a.m. and 20.7 kilometers down. And then we move over. This would be Grimsbottom here, and we have a 1.3 indicated there, and that is at 18:47 today. 5.3 kilometers down. We also see a 1 right there, and 7.3 kilometers down from 22:43. So a very recent quake. And as we head over a little bit more, we see this one. This is close to Hecla. Actually, it's in between a couple of them here. And let's see, 1558 was the time, 1 in magnitude, and 10 kilometers down. Let's just zoom in here. I wanted to see the other stuff in our area. And looking here, up in the northern portions, 0.01, wow, that's small. 4 kilometers down, 2:15 a.m. Here's one that's very close to Geldingadarle, and that is 11:53 a.m. of 0.46 and 6.8 kilometers, or 6.6 kilometers down. This guy here is one of those leftovers from that swarm we had over here yesterday, and that is from today, though, 48 minutes after midnight, and it is 0.45 and a very shallow 1.8 kilometers down, so not very deep at all. This guy here, 0.17, 2.3 clicks down at 9:26 a.m. So we see some of that stuff a little bit higher up, and that makes you wonder, okay, I'm going to catch these ones here in town. I'm always curious to see if somebody's going to have lava in their living room. This one is too deep, though, 3.4 kilometers down for this 0.54, and that is 39 is the time. This guy, 4:25 a.m., 0.31. Yeah, Piggy is missing because she's on vacation, and thank you, Kate. And let's see, 3.8 clicks down, 0.31. This guy over here, 0.07 and 3.1 kilometers down, 3:02 a.m. So they're not horrible as far as being very close to the surface, but still scary nonetheless. These ones here are the ones that are really of concern. How deep are they? 135 meters down, 0.18 from 504, 1.7 kilometers down from this 0.09, 4:38 a.m. This 0.97, 4.6 kilometers down. So bigger, further down, very interesting. 5:52 a.m. on that guy. This next one, 0.39, and again very shallow, 0.687, and that is 687 meters down. Of course, that is 3:23 a.m. If we slide over and grab some of these here, whoop, that is a little bit deeper. That's 3.7 kilometers down for that 0.55. And then we have this one right on the road, 1.7 kilometers down, and that was 6 a.m. for that 0.43. This guy here, 3.5 kilometers down, a little further again, and 1.1 magnitude, and 3:29 a.m. This 0.6 here, 4.4 kilometers down. So it seems the more we go to on the right hand side, the deeper they are. This one is 5.1, 0.9 is the magnitude, and 9:31. Just check a couple of these over here. 4.3 kilometers down for that 1.1, and 4.4 for this guy. The one was 3:30, the other one roughly 4 a.m. So that's kind of what we're seeing. They're fairly shallow right in here, a little bit deeper on this side, and that is probably a good thing, because then that's telling us less likely of an eruption on that side. Them right here, though, is not good. Okay, I'm not saying these are good. These aren't good either, but I didn't check this guy here. 1.8, 0.27, 10:03 a.m. This 5.5 here was a little deeper at 3.7. What about right at the Blue Lagoon and the power plant? 4.6 kilometers down for that 0.41, and then we have this other one here, 0.55, 3.069. That's kind of neat. We'll just grab a couple of these as samples over here. 5.7 kilometers down for that 0.14, and this one 5.3 kilometers down. So I'm just looking for depths on these. These are very small quakes, so really not gonna be too much of a concern. So between 5 and 6 kilometers down for these guys, very, very small, and I don't think we need to worry about them. I think the concern are these guys and this area here. We do know that the uplift happened in this area, so that is kind of what they're looking at, and if anything, it's going to happen possibly here, or I don't know if it'll work its way out there. I'm hoping it's not going to happen right here. That would really, really be bad. Anyway, it is time. They're calling out the cat. I gotta get going. All right, let's put it back in here. It's getting a little smoky there, you guys, but I'm gonna leave you on there. Anyway, it is time for me to take a quick break. For those good people who have joined us, if you have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like if you are enjoying the show. Also, if you are new and you have not yet subscribed, please, if you feel that we've earned it, hit that subscribe button and turn it from red to gray. And don't forget to hit the bell notification while you're there. A couple more people popped in. Tony Flabby and Karen is here as well. Welcome, you guys. Juliana also came in, as well as Canada's country. Welcome all of you, and I'm going to be back in 5 minutes, so please don't go away. Keep smiling, play nice in the lava, and make sure you wear your masks so you can breathe properly, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. And the microphone is back on. Welcome or welcome back, everyone. Glad that you guys are here and we're all on board. Good to see. There's some other names that I haven't seen for a while. Look, and Simone. Welcome back, Simone. Glad to see you. Tony Flabby also in here. And okay. Excellent to see. And Tony Flabby, the reason you need the mask is you look at all that bad air there at Mount Etna. And, you know, Mount Etna's got gas. Anyway, yeah, always need that protection there, I guess. And thanks, Arizona Snowman, and everyone else. Sharon Stewart says, I hear you, Dr. Fox. So cool. And what? I have to breathe again. Yeah, yeah, have to breathe. Of course you have to breathe. We are all oxygen-consuming animals, and we like it. Anyway, during the break, of course, I was looking out the window, checking on the two magpies, one in one tree, one in the other tree, and they're still doing their thing. Wonderful Curly hasn't come back yet, but we seen him earlier here, so he's all good. He was mowing the lawn as usual, and that's his occupation. So apparently, summertime job, lawnmower man or lawnmower bunny. And as Irish Monk said, bunnies are like little sheep. So pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, so before the break, we were looking at the earthquakes that were happening around Iceland. And, of course, kind of just reviewing what's going on there and where the possibilities are that we could see something happen. And really, it's still way up in the air as far as anything even erupting there. So, not sure what's going to happen in the future. Daryl R. also just popped in. Welcome, Daryl. Glad to have you on board. Anyway, let's go around the world, have a look at some of the other wonderful volcanoes. Now, I did have, and I finally found out what crashed on my computer. It was actually the browser that gave up. And that's Firefox. I'm surprised that it crashed on me. So I think it's something to do with the updates that they wanted to install and didn't work. So I had to redo everything again. So everything is in, you know, different places, and had to try to work with what I've got. Anyhow, there's Azores. A real quick peek there. Nothing too major happening in the Azores. Of course, this is on Seo George, the island. You can almost see the lights of Pico Island across the strait there. That's about 18 kilometers away. If we go to the other pictures, there's our little cove. And what we look for is all that white water that we're seeing down in the bottom. Tells us the seas are fairly rough. And don't be gold sailing in the dark. Not good. This is the other harbor picture, and that is a different harbor. It's not the same one. And of course, you see a ship anchored over there, which is fine. And let's get right on to the earthquakes. Let me get this changed over. There we go. And what we're looking for is earthquakes on the 9th. And yesterday we had a whole bunch. Today, not so many. We have a 1.5 that happened in 1621. And we also have another 1.5 that happened at 2238. And there's our earthquake list. That concludes this session for the Azores. I don't know what's going on there. It got really quiet there in the Azores for some reason. Let's have a look at the other map. We do see a couple of spots out here, so I don't know what they're showing. What happened there? Let's see. Where are we? There we are. Okay. I'm going to refresh this one. I think that is a little out of kilter. And we'll make that bigger. All right. zooming in, and then we can see where those two quakes were, and there they are. Okay, so about the same place 1 hour and 5 minutes ago for that one, 1.5, and 7 hours ago for the other one. And those are the only ones on Sao George, and so I'm not thinking that there's going to be too much happening there. It's kind of like Iceland. It's lots of shaking and then nothing happens. We see this other 2.2 out here 16 hours ago, and that is about it for the Azores, you guys. So it's pretty quiet there, and it's amazing. Mars 2028 says, is there anything you're missing that would like for us to email you to help you recover the crashed computer? No, I'm good for now, and I got to figure out what I'm going to do with things. But yeah, it's all redone on this one, so I'm good for now. Thanks, Mars, and we're all good. Sliding down a little bit, there we see the three that were mentioned, the one in the water, 2.2, and then the other two, the 1.5s. If we bring up, oh, it did it again. Darn it, come on. Let's bring that up. There we go. And there you can see all three were very close to the surface, or surface quakes, so nothing down at the depths. And I don't think we're going to see a heck of a big eruption or anything like that from there anytime soon. I think this thing is really died out and not going to erupt. But, it is a volcano, and they are unpredictable in the sense, now that I've said that, it could go off tomorrow, right? CVET69, welcome back. And Kathy is also here. Welcome. Good to have you on board. Who else did I miss? Omi54. Metal Omi54. He's... what? He's not in the hospital? Who's in the hospital? Irish Monk is not in the hospital anymore. He's at home. Burning turkeys, if that's who you were talking about. But it's okay. He fell asleep and burned his turkey. Yeah, that's a little embarrassing. But anyway, we'll leave that alone. I'm not going to repeat that. All right, leaving it on the Azore pictures there, and we will get back to... let's turn that off so it looks a little better on that scene. There we go. And we're going to go over to the other ones. And by the way, thank you very much for that $5 super sticker, Grandma B. I did see that go by, and thank you. I do appreciate your wonderful contribution there. That certainly does help, and really respect that. Thanks for that $5 super sticker. And I was looking at that super sticker. At first, he was actually keeping beat to the music, so that was pretty good. Then he went off beat. You were dancing. All right. That's what we want to hear. I hope you didn't get off beat like that super sticker. It was a little funny. Hey, Storm Chaser is back as well. Good to see you, and welcome. Okay, of course, on screen right now, Popo Kate Petal. And let's see if I can get into that cloudy stuff. Yep, and the quality is where it's going to be. It's going to be poor because of all the clouds in here. Hard to tell what it's doing. And from the backside view, we can see that the top area here is kind of a lenticular buildup, but it really doesn't tell us whether we've got anything coming out of that volcano or not. So writing off Popocatépetl for today. And also going to write off Fuego de Colima for today, since we can't see anything behind those puffy clouds. And that is a kind of a shame, but it is what it is. And here's disappointment number 3. Oh, hang on. This one isn't even live right now. Why is that not live? Oh, hang on. They quit? Oh, hang on. That one, they quit. Oh, do we get anything? No? We don't. No, we don't get to see it. All right. So we are out of luck for seeing Fuego in Guatemala, unfortunately. And of course, I got stung. It was such a beautiful picture this morning of that crater here at Tolica in Nicaragua, but no such luck for the afternoon. And yeah, this one, this is kind of what it was this morning too. I'm not going to worry about that. And lots of steam coming out of Messiah, a volcano, also in Nicaragua. And I mean lots of steam, and you guys see what's going on there. And it was raining, so that's why we're seeing that. It is pretty cool. Is there another way to see Fuego in person? The problem with Fuego is it's such a tall mountain. It's 12,300 and what was it, 46 feet tall. And the clouds up there, it's really, really difficult to do anything with it. If you've got a camera set up and a cloud comes along, well, you're in the clouds basically. So that's kind of what the problem is, and you can't really fix it. Yep, it is. It's huge, very tall. And actually, Popocatépetl is not far from that height as well. So they are quite uniquely tall. I find that it's kind of interesting to see how much they actually have built up there. And when we see them, certain ones are like just true cones that have built up really, really well. Wow. Thank you very much, Metal Omi 54. That's awesome. Super chat. Thank you kindly. And glad that you do appreciate coming here with all our wonderful Lava family members. And they are all nice people. I like them. And thank you very kindly for that wonderful super chat, that $19.99. That's awesome. And yeah, we do have very, very good people here, and that's part of the whole thing, you know. We really do like that. It is nice. Okay, getting on to our next volcanoes here, and moving along. This is Merapi, and Merapi looks sort of happy. And it was doing its thing, not very, very violent or anything like that. I just got to find where the heck it went. There. All right. Different locations for all my browser windows, so if I'm looking for something, it's no longer where I left it before. But I do want to share this one little eruption with you here, and we'll see if we can get this going. And that should be right around here somewhere at 5 minutes. Yeah, 5 minutes after 4 is what I had written down. So there's the lava. You can actually see it start pouring out. And this was one of the bigger ones, so we really do like that. You see that bacon coming down the side of the mountain, and that is pretty cool, pretty awesome, and we like it. I like bacon. I like bacon. I like bacon so much I went out this morning and got myself bacon, egg, and cheese croissant at Burger King for my breakfast. And I mean, hey, they're inexpensive, so why not? You know, it beats having to cook. Okay, all right, already. LOL. All very welcome. Oh, all good, and it's all good. Okay. Anyway, we do see that lovely lava coming down there. There were a few other spots in the timeline here in the last 24 hours where it did do similar kind of stuff, but most of them weren't quite as intense, and there were some that were very poorly visible, like this one here. You can see, of course, the amount of cloud, and that isn't helping our viewing at all. And that is, it looks eerie watching that coming through the clouds like that. And unfortunately, we don't get to see a heck of a lot of lava scrolling down the hill because of the clouds. So it is what it is. Nothing we can do about it, but we do see that it did travel quite a ways, and we like it. Yep, it is Merapi for those who have failed to see that on the screen. And that is awesome. Hopefully that is all good. And yeah, that lava, like I was saying, it was pretty good when it was coming down, but unfortunately with the cloud we don't see as much of the good stuff that we want to see in color, right? I'd prefer to see a color lava stream rather than a whited out one for thermal or black and white. Anyway, we'll leave that guy be, and let's take a look at the other one here real quick. Whoop, hang on, we need to fix that, and we'll turn that on, turn these two off. There we go. That is the other shot they're showing. Daryl R. All is well, Doc. A great lava family we have. Thank you, Daryl R., for that wonderful super chat. That is awesome. Daryl R., and that is a $10 super chat. Thank you very kindly, Daryl. I really do appreciate the support. And yep, we do have a wonderful lava family here. These guys are all really, really good people, and we like it. That's one of the nice things about everybody. It's just really pleasant, well-mannered, good people. Welcome, Nancy Buchanan, and glad that you made it on board. And of course, thank you, Daryl. And Big Toe is also in the house. Welcome, Big Toe. And let's take a look at other one. And this, of course, is out in New Zealand, and again, we've got clouds. We can't tell what's going on there. Pretty heavy clouds at that. I was just trying to see if we could see something right at dawn, but the clouds were in there as well. And no, it was raining during the night, so not very good visibility there in New Zealand right now. They've got that stuff coming over the big hills, and definitely throwing down some water for them. All right, I'm going to put that back on there though, and just so I know where it was, and I get that guy back to live. There we go, and we will go to our next one, and that is, of course, a Semeru, and that was what we used for our thumbnail today, was a shot of Semeru, and Semeru has been doing a little bit more erupting lately, but not vigorously. It's keeping calm, cool, and collected for the most part. You can see though that the slide has smoothened out here a whole bunch, and that is from a fairly fresh material having come down the hill. So that is pretty awesome to see. If we flip this here, there we go. That's a little better. Gets it a little bit closer up, and the crater. You can definitely see the off-gassing. Diane Craig just renewed membership for the 5th month. Thank you. Wow, Diane, 5 Pepsis. That's pretty awesome. Diane, and let's see. Craig, I'm gonna just put a renewed membership 5. Okay, and then Garabando throws in a $5 super chat too. Thank you very kindly, Garabando. Garabando. Okay, awesome. Thank you kindly for that. And do appreciate it, Garabando. Cool stuff. All right. Anyway, I wanted to move back a little bit in time on this one, though. And when we go back even 2 hours, you can see quite a bit of glow up top there, and it really does look nice. We do see some lava splatters that were left over from the material that flowed down, and looks pretty awesome. You even see stars hiding behind the clouds, and the moon up there, and that is pretty freaky. The moon is just about in the top of the crater, and I don't know if we go back another 5 minutes or something to see if the moon. Nah, it's a little higher up. I thought it was going to dip right into it, but almost looked pretty good, you guys. So that's the moon up there. Anyway, you do see here the level is a little bit higher and a little bit of a plume coming out. And I just wanted to back that up a little bit more and see if we can actually see. I never could find a lava flow coming out of there. So if it did have a flow of some sort, it was very minimal. And but it does have that new flow path that we've seen. So definitely it is doing its thing. But yeah, some nicer pluming up there. And again, the stars are out, not so bad. And let's see if we go slide back a bit more. Like I said, I never did find that magic spot where everything happened and it dumped all that lava, but that's what I'm looking for here. It's got to be in here somewhere. It's got to be. There were some times where it was actually pluming pretty good, so like right here we see that there's a little bit of action, and that didn't look too bad. For a volcano that's continuing to erupt, it does work pretty well there, so pretty awesome. Anyway, you guys, I have a black screen. It's not black. It shouldn't be black. It should be the right color. Nancy Buchanan also renews her membership. Nancy Buchanan. Okay, a renewed membership, 5 months. That's awesome. And still a lavalier. Yay! And that is awesome. Okay, so wonderful to see all that. And kind of like looking at that guy. I think that's a neat volcano. It's just still, I still haven't seen where that major lava flow was that caused all this stuff to come down to here. And I don't know if it would have been maybe in the daylight or at a period of time where we couldn't see it, like right there. And then things cooled off. Trying to get a little bit further ahead there. There we go. And it was already there at midnight, basically. So prior to that, the weather was unfortunate that we couldn't see it. Anyway, I do see it is break time, you guys. I'm going to pop this back over to Mount Etna. And, of course, that is in Sicily. And you guys are more than welcome to continue to watch. And what we'll have after the break is that we are... wow, another super chat. Hang on. I got to write that down, too. Diane Craig throws in, because today's a special day. Diane Craig, thank you for what kind of special day for your grandson, and that is awesome. Thank you, Diane Craig, for that $10 super chat. That's very kind of you, and hope that is an awesome day. And that is, it's a proud moment, you know, when your kids or grandkids graduate. That is truly a proud moment. So always worthwhile. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to put that music back on here, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break. So don't go away. After the break, of course, we will have bacon seeds, and we'll see what happens. Okay, don't go away. Keep smiling, and we wanted to. I'll check if the ice cream thing is there. If it is, I'll pop over to it. Anyway, music's on, and don't go away. And for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button. It does definitely help out. Also, if you're new to the stream and you have not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you feel we've earned it, don't forget to hit the bell notification while you're there. Right now, the channel is open, so anyone can pop in and start chatting right away in the chat box. But if we get bad guys again, or bad commercial links that are being dropped in there, we will definitely put it on subscriber mode only very quickly. On that note, don't go away. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'm here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Okay, I don't know what happened. I clicked on that song to turn it off and it went nuts. It restarted. So anyway, all right, I turned it off. Anyway, I'm back, you guys. Welcome back, all of you. Glad to have you guys on board. See a couple more people popped in. Was Henry Nelson in here? No, sorry. Leo Carlson is here for sure. Welcome, Leo. Glad to have you on board. Kananaskis Country also did pop in. And Hans Peter Pedersen, I hope I got it right. Okay, been watching this channel since Iceland last year, but hasn't been on a chat before. Okay, well, you can enjoy the chat. The people here are friendly. And yes, I did see Henry Nelson. Welcome. And BMAT is also here. Welcome, William. Glad to have you back on board. And nice to see you. And of course, for those who are wondering, that is Mount Etna that we're watching right there on screen right now. And that is two different views of the same flow, basically. And what's happening there is at the 2,800 meter mark is where we had that fissure open up and start spilling out that wonderful lava a few days back. So it's been going for a bit and doing its thing. Anyhow, I did promise bacon seeds, since we see bacon on the screen, and that's what lava looks like, of course. We're going to turn around and put those bacon seeds on. So let's get over there and we'll show those wonderful fellas and see what we've got. Difficult to pronounce my last name. I know. Well, what nationality is it, Hans? Is it Deutsch? Haldersen. Haldersen? Even in Deutsch it's hard. Das ist schwer. That looks more Dutch to me, though. Anyway, glad to have you on board regardless, Hans Peter. And we'll just call you Hans. That's easier. And oh, it's Norwegian. Okay, we won't hold that against you. It's all good. I'm not good at putting a Norwegian twist on it. My German's rough, and it's going to be really bad. Anyway, we seen this little guy yesterday, so let's carry on with today's seeds. And this has got to be one of my favorite pictures. I love seeing this little guy. He is so well groomed and so well seated and behaved, and I think he's being good, just waiting to be able to dig into those what are those, raspberries or some kind of berries there. So a wonderful picnic, and I always like picnics, especially when you can have bacon there. Picnic basket, yeah, in the picnic basket. And here's the same one, doing some gardening by the looks of things. Sure got a nice lawn in the backyard there. They must do a lot of lawn care. Anyway, like that little guy. And again, you know, you look at the smile on his face, and definitely a very happy little pig. All right, let's carry on with our next bacon seed, and that is another one that is a real looker, if you will, and that one has got some bells on, some bling, I guess is what we call it, and that is pretty cool. So awesome. Let's see. There's no problem. German tongues. What? If yeah. Some of us, our German is too rough, though. Halderson. No, never mind. I'm gonna mess it up. Anyway, Piggy taking a stroll out in the field and having a wonderful time. Look at that beautiful hat on there. Gotta look pretty out in the open in public. So definitely a nice shot there. So Okay. Haldorsen. Haldorsen. Okay. Uh, we'll try that. It sounds closer, probably. Anyway, one more bacon seed to go. Must be Kentucky Derby. Holy Batman. And here's this guy. He is undecided. He's staring at those strawberries going, which one do I want first? Bingo. There you go, Hans. Glad I got it. Uh, um, okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it alone. I like those strawberries. They look pretty awesome. By the way, during the break, I was able to go to the window because I get up and stretch a little bit away from the microphone here and looked out. Of course, I seen the two magpies, one in each tree, and then, of course, I looked to the back, and I also seen Curly was back there mowing some more lawn, and he's doing a fine job. So everybody's healthy and happy here, which is pretty cool. Anyhow, that's our last bacon seed for today, and that looked pretty awesome. While we're doing things, I did not get a chance to go over and see what was happening at Sakurajima since I did go out and stretch my legs. But we do see it is quite hazy there, unfortunately. And if we go back, right now we don't have any ice cream boats here at all. And I'm sorry, no ice cream boats right now. We'll have to wait till they get in. And very hazy looking, looking back at the close-up view of the crater itself at Sakurajima. It is definitely very smoky there. So when you see that and this, it's a combination of the smoke coming from it as well as the haze in the air already. Anyway, let's move on. There is our wonderful Mount Fuji. If we go back about 3 hours, we can actually see it. And that's what it is looking like. Snow is melting a little bit up top. But a beautiful view nonetheless of Mount Fuji. And next volcano is another one that is really steaming right now. And this one is Aso-san. Aso is doing a lot of steaming as of late because it's been getting filled up with some rain. And that's what we're seeing here, a lot of steam coming out of it. It is presently as a green level, so it's not expected to be erupting anytime soon. One that is erupting, though, we may not be able to see too well. And this is Suwanoshi-jima down in the southern islands of Japan. You can see that it has developed a big cloud over top, but we can't see any glow in the crater right now. If we go back into the nighttime views, and instead of being pea soup green, it is now kind of purplish. But we'll get back to the pea soup stuff here. Kevin Haynes throws in a $3 super sticker. Welcome, and thank you, Kevin. That is awesome. I do appreciate that. We did have a little speck there of, I gotta write that down. Kevin Haynes. Got it. And thank you kindly, Kevin. Do appreciate it. All right. Pardon me. This guy right there is where you can see a little bit of fire in the top of the volcano, but nothing major. So that glow at least is telling us that we are still active, right? That is the primary thing. Anyway, I'm still waiting for an ice cream boat to pull out of the fog here, and we'll come back to that later. And let's move on and take another look at, take a look at Taal volcano. And Taal is being very quiet today. A beautiful view, nice to see the sun hitting it, but we're not seeing anything coming off of it, unfortunately. And I'm trying to get onto there. There we go. A very clean looking, and most of that is up high. We don't see any of that at all. Oh, the other one we didn't look at. We were over at this one. Let me Semaru, and let me take a look and see if I can find the other one. I thought we did have. Yeah, there we do. Let me fix that screen. Oh, take that off. There we go. So kind of make sure we don't miss these guys out. And of course, here is Luolotok, and you can see it is off gassing, doing its thing. It's got a plume going, and that is top left. Bottom left is Sakurajima. No, sorry, Semaru. Boy, getting those things mixed up again. Got to stop doing that. Remember, I'm in Indonesia. We'll get it. All right. So Semaru there, Krakatoa, and on the top right, it is doing its thing, and we are seeing more steam coming from it again. So it is, people say, oh, well, Krakatoa is dying out and it's not doing anything. Every time we see one of these spikes in the graph that they've got on here, that's telling us something is burping, and we're going to see something. But it is continuing to do its thing. So it's erratic and sporadic, but it will shoot out more lava in the future, I guarantee it. Looking at the other one, Awu, and Awu is off gassing. We don't see it up close, so not going to be able to make too many comments on it. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. Let's pop over to our next one, and that is jumping over to North America. And of course, that is one I can't find. There it is. I found it. And that is Yellowstone National Park. And here at Yellowstone, of course, we're seeing some of the geysers doing their off-gassing. That is pretty cool, and we like that. Hopefully it will continue to do what it's doing. And I think we're just about good with that. Let's have a quick peek over at Hawaii. Unfortunately, because of having to redo the browser, ooh, I thought that was a Sasquatch coming out of the woods. Ha! It's just some dude walking along. Darn it! Had me worried there. I'm talking about this dude. I seen him come out of the smoke, and I'm going, holy mackerel, what was that? And we're all okay. Sasquatch probably got scared and is hiding in the back here somewhere. Anyway, Bigfoot, Yellowstone National Park. Sharon, if you write it without the exclamation on the back, it'll bring up that link as well, right? So it works on both of them, Yellowstone or Jellystone, since so many people do that. And anyway, we like it, and not seeing our big geyser right now, but that's okay. We'll leave that be. We'll pop over to Hawaii real quick and take a look real fast and see what's going on there. Like I said, I don't have really old shots because of the browser crashing, and it kind of disappointed me. But this is from earlier today, and you see that lava level. You can see it's not that far down, maybe 2 or 3 feet, or a meter down. It's not anything major. We do still see the toe here, and of course we see that it is sealed across the top. That means the lava is going underneath in some kind of a tunnel or tube underneath there, which is pretty cool and awesome. Anyway, I'm going to refresh that, see what it looks like at this very moment, or very close to it, and that is about 15 minutes ago. we do see it's smoothed out quite a bit. Still about the same level, so nothing has really changed in about 6 or 7 hours, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Not as smoky there today, I hope. This actually, yeah, not that bad. This one was from 9:58 a.m. Hawaii time. This right here is where the primary event is, or it's actually created a hornito, and then it has another little hornito beside it, and a third little point here where it allows the lava. It created a kind of a bridge or lava tube to feed that lake, and you can see the toe over there. And again, this picture not as good as it could be to be able to tell where the ring is of the area that is up high and dry, and the edges that are a lot fresher. But let's renew that or refresh that, and whoa, way too smoky to be able to tell anything on that shot. So we'll leave that side be. We'll go to the other side, and here's what we were talking about, or the cracking there. This area in the middle here is actually higher up than the edges, and that is because of the uplift that we've seen happening time and time again with this. And we do have that video in case anybody is interested. Actually, I can probably play that real quick while we're looking at this, and it's a very short video, and let's see if we can get that ahead a little bit more. There we go. And that is the uplift that we're talking about, and you can see how that kind of just pops up, and that is pretty awesome to see that, and a little scary because that is, you know, this is over a few days period, right? If you're watching, it's not the time that's changing, it's the date, right? So this is a couple of months, and that's kind of what we were seeing there. All right, getting back to this picture, so that is what we're seeing. I will refresh it. There we go. This side isn't so bad or too smoky, but we still can't see Pig Island. Again, you can see the definite edges here of the drier or higher up area. And of course, our pond is still there and holding its lava primary vent over here. So looking pretty cool, guys. And let's see, I think it's just about break time, and we will do that. So I will see if we put you here. Hey, the ice cream boat is there. Anyone who wants to run down and get ice cream, the boat is in. I can see it, the top of it. So definitely zip down there, run down, do what you need to. And I am going to take a 5-minute break, so don't go away, guys. I'm going to actually put this back on Mount Etna so you can watch the lava in case there's anything blowing up there. And that should be cool and awesome. And thank you, everyone. And I'm going to be back in 5 minutes. So keep smiling, play nice, and let's see if we can put some different music on this time. I know I've got these other ones. They're way too short, though. What's this one sound like? Can't hear it too well. What about Stellar Wind? Yeah, we'll put this one on for now. All right, we'll leave that on. You guys enjoy the break, and I'm going to go have a drink of Pepsi and stretch my legs here for a few minutes. So please don't go away. We've got another half hour worth of show to go. And for those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button if you are enjoying the show. Also, if you're new and you have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell notification while you're there. And that's good for right now. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back. Okay, I've got the microphone back on, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, and welcome back, everyone. I see there are a few people taking off. Sue has a visitor. See you all tomorrow. Sue Hayes, take care of yourself and have a wonderful evening. And Hans is also saying it is late here in Norway now. My eyes are struggling to keep open. So I will say thank you. Thank you all, guys, and maybe I'll be back again tomorrow. But I will return. Okay, no worries, and thanks for popping in, Hans. We do appreciate that. And you're welcome to just lurk if you like as well. That's very much so allowed as far as I'm concerned. There's a lot of people that do that. They just like to sit back and enjoy the show itself. Anyhow, I think we're just about good with everything that we were looking at. The one thing we did not take a look at, well, first off, is the ice cream boat still there? That is important. And yeah, there is an ice cream boat there. So I hope you guys went down and got your favorite flavor. And that is, of course, very, very important to get your ice cream, of course. And anyway, let's see. Where do we want to go next? We want to go take a look at some earthquakes for Hawaii first. And then we will go to other wonderful places around the world. So let's take a look at what we're seeing in Hawaii. There's your Hawaiian island chain, and of course right off the bat we see a red dot, and that gets us a little suspicious. Our dots look a little big today. Let's get a little closer and see what's going on here. And anyway, I'm not going to go through depths so much, but we'll just nail these out here first off in the water. This is a 2.4, and these are a little bit bigger than usual. Usually they top out about 2.4, but this one 2.4, 6:59 a.m. or just about 7 o'clock in the morning Hawaii time. This is a 2.0 and 22:31 yesterday. This one is also from yesterday, 22:38. So I'm not going to worry about him. 1.8 on this guy, and 9:28 a.m. This other one, 9:01 a.m. and 2.4 in magnitude. This guy here, 1.7. Yesterday's 22:59. This guy also yesterday's at 22:35. This guy is 1.9 from 4:52 a.m. and that was today, a little bit to the west, I guess, of Pahala. And this is a 2.2 at 1:45 p.m. their time. And this guy here, 2.7, and that was from yesterday, 20:06 was the time on that. Looking at this one, 1.8 yesterday as well, and that was at 22:40. And let's see what we got here. This guy, 2.2, just about 1 a.m. Today, their time. And this guy is 1:52 a.m. and that was a 1.9. Now the brand new fresh one here, 2.2, and that was at 17:59 Hawaii time. He did have a friend right underneath him there, and that was from 17:39 to today, and that is a 2.0 as well. And let's see, who didn't we get? This guy here, 2.6 at 2:56 a.m. Again, these seem to be a little bit bigger today. 2.4, 6:59 is the time on that, and this is from yesterday, 20:04, for that 1.9. This 2.0 today at 11:24 a.m. We don't see anything else right there in this area, so pretty quiet. We do see a couple up here on the side of Mauna Loa, and we'll have a quick look here. That is from just about lunchtime, right close to 12 noon, and 1.7. That was 3 kilometers down, and this guy here, 2.0 from 1104, and that is 6.6 kilometers down. And we do see another one over here by Kilauea, not right at it, but close, at 16 minutes after midnight, and that one is fairly deep, 42.9 kilometers down. So that kind of gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on there in Hawaii, earthquake-wise, and it's pretty much normal. Okay, as we zoom out, we look around the world to see the red dots. We do see a red one right here, 4.6 in Indonesia, and it is 10 kilometers down, 1812 from today, and it's not that huge. We do also see another red one here, 3.4 up in Alaska. And speaking of Alaska, we do have Semi did a little bit. Anyway, this one here, 11:28 a.m. in China, and that one 5.9, so a little bit bigger. He did have another one of, oh, that's a whole swarm right there. I didn't know that. 5.6 as well, and that is a 10:03. We had a 4.9 at 13:27, and here's 14:37 for that 4.5, and one more hiding underneath here, and that is a 4.8 at 10:21. So little swarm right there. That's a little odd, but it's okay. We'll allow that. Anyway, don't see too much else that is scary. This guy here, we would expect that. It's a subduction zone, 4.1, and that is right at the end of the Aleutian Islands, where it starts to meet the Kamchatka Peninsula, right there. So right in the corner. And looking at North America, not seeing anything majorly big. South America, nothing wild. Puerto Rico, still, of course, with that swarm that just does not stop. And, you know, I bet you it's really hard to get earthquake insurance in this spot. Anyway, let's not even go there. It is pretty tough. That's kind of what we're seeing around the world earthquake-wise. Let's take a look at, we already looked at the Azores. Let's have a look at the Canary Islands. And I'm going to refresh that so we have the very latest. And I know I hate putting a white screen on there, but that's what ends up happening when you refresh it. And of course, we did see the star flashing over here. And this is not doing too much for us. This is just a little guy, 1.4, 1 kilometer down. I'm not sure what is happening there, but this is over here at La Palma. We don't have any action. Very, very quiet. And when I say no action, we have had no earthquakes today. This one is from the 7th, and this one is from the 8th. So 0 quakes in La Palma. And that's what we've got. Quick peek at the worldwide earthquake map, and everything there still looks pretty normal. We don't have anything out of place. We've got our 2 Icelandic ones, as well as Seo George showing as a yellow. We have nothing in the Canary Islands. Michael Volcano down here in South Sandwich Islands still doing its thing. And as we come along the Ring of Fire, everything looks pretty normal. Same thing with Aleutian Islands, and up here on the Kamchatka Peninsula. And then, of course, Japan, if we zoom in a little bit, This is Suwanosi-jima. That's the one that had the little tiny fire speck inside, the one with the very poor camera visibility. And of course, the other one, Sakurajima, is the red one there. Everything else pretty quiet. We do still have Bulusan here doing its thing. It's still rated as an orange, and it is erupting a little bit. It will continue to do what it's doing. Ibu and Dukono is right there doing their things, and this is Liolotok, and then you've got Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa right there. Time to get rid of those. And yep, all right. They are hidden and cool. Let's turn on the subscriber mode only, 5 minutes. Okay, so if there's anyone in here that is wanting to chat, you're going to have to make sure you're subscribed, and it will take 5 minutes before you will be allowed to chat in the chat box. Unfortunately, we have to do that because of the spam that comes in here. So please excuse us, but we try to keep this as a generated channel, and we just really don't appreciate those guys doing what they're doing. They're spam bots, and I know, not much we can do. Anyway, looking at what we're seeing here, a lot of quakes here in Kazakhstan and that area. So everything north here, heading towards, I guess, towards Russia. Even in Russia, we have some quakes, 4.0 there. We have 4.6, 4.3. So a lot of activity up here in Tajikistan and Kazakhstan. I don't know what other places here in northern India. Definitely some shakers. And of course China, and then you've got one here in Burma, I guess, as well, or Myanmar, as they call it now. It used to be Burma, or is it still Burma? Myanmar, Burma? All right. It's always confusing. They keep changing the names. And we did see one little one here, and that was from 11:18 this morning in Italy, and 4.0, so nothing too nasty. That wouldn't have been felt anywhere. And let's leave that be. We will pop over to our weather stuff. Hang on, Alaska. Let's go have a look at that first. I wanted to look at least for a semi, and that one was not too bad of a picture, and I thought, yeah, we can show that. There's actually a couple of pictures in there before it dives down into the dark, but you can see the off-gassing and smoking, very dark material coming out of that crater. So definitely doing its thing, and then it got cloudy real quick after that, and we couldn't see too much more. We can still see it puffing up there though. That is pretty cool, and I think that's it. And we've seen nothing after that. And for the land of the midnight sun, where did it go? I think the clouds covered it up, but some nice shots though in there, and we definitely see it doing its thing. As far as the other ones, this is what we're getting. Okay, this guy here, Great Sitkins. This one is Pavlov, and of course this is still the old picture from Cleveland volcano, and we're not seeing anything new coming from it. All right, so now let's head over to our weather stuff. We're going to take a look at the SO2 map first, and we'll go through that fairly quickly. I did have it refreshed earlier, but I'm going to do that again, just so we are very current and there is nothing out of place. And look, it says rain Friday morning for me. All right. And Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. How to ruin a weekend. Yeah, okay, never mind. Looking at what we're seeing. Oh, I didn't need that. Pretty much a normal in North America. Nothing unusual. We do see our Mexican stuff hanging out here in the Pacific, and it's doing its thing. It's not that unusual. Looks a little clearer in Central America, but we do still have our little culprits there. Every one of these volcanoes that is throwing some stuff off is a little plume. Nothing coming from the Galapagos Islands. The Wolf volcano is very quiet. And again, I did look in to see if I could find any fires or anything happening in either Peru or Bolivia, and I couldn't find anything. And anyway, because that's not just from the volcano, that's got to be from a bunch of things. Anyway, I'll zoom back out. I'll slide over a little bit into the Pacific, and of course, when we look at New Zealand, we do see a White Isle volcano still off-gassing a little bit, but nothing major. We do see a little bit of coming off of Australia. Nothing major there either, just north of Sydney. I don't know if there's mining that goes on there or some kind of industrial stuff. Maybe Leo knows. Leo, would you happen to know if there's any kind of mining or smelting or anything going on north of Sydney? I'm just curious if you happen to know. Anyway, other ones we do have out here. This is Yasur, and we'll give that a quick play, and just so we can see the last 24 hours of Yasur. And did you guys see that? Hang on. Let's stop that in the right spot here. There. Whoa. Back one frame. Okay. What the heck is that? That is an alien. Okay. Not that I'm aware of, Doc. Okay. Thanks, Leo. Can anybody tell me what that strange alien is? Yes. That is not smoke. That is not a lava monster. Maybe it is a lava monster. Maybe it came out of the volcano. Or is it a lizard climbing across the camera lens? Gecko! Gecko, the heck out of here! I just figured I'd have to stop it there. That's what I figured it was, some kind of gecko or something. And that's pretty neat. Okay, a little bit of fun, and we'll carry on. We do see the stuff out here by Papua New Guinea. They're still getting some of that on those islands out there doing their thing. And you have up here Ibu and Dukono are making that little plume, and then Luolatok making this one, as well as you got Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa, as well as the city of Jakarta is certainly helping with the SO2 in that area. There are some other ones out here I don't know or not familiar with them, so I'm not going to get into them. Looking at, we do know there's one over here, a little bit of off-gassing in the Philippines, and a lot of that as well is from city dwellings and stuff. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. Taiwan, same kind of thing. And here we go and into Japan, and that stuff, Sakurajima, of course, probably off-gassing a whole bunch. And this plume would probably be coming from our Suwanosi Jima. And that's kind of there. The other stuff would be basically, I guess, just general population pollution. Kamchatka Peninsula not throwing out anywhere near as heavy a material as it has in the past, so that is a nice sign. We do see China, though, is pretty bad right now as far as pollution. India lightened up a little bit. They actually have a little bit of blue down on the bottom. Now that's cool. South Africa, bad. Industrial mining and smelting. And here, of course, you have our DR Congo volcano doing its thing. And there's also some industrial pollution in there. RTVE around here somewhere, not even noticeable in all the pollution coming from the Middle East here. And we slide up a little bit more. We see a very heavy flow coming through here, and the material from Etna. And so it'd be Stromboli, Etna, and Volcano, and it's all being blown over into Greece. And Piggy is island hopping, so unfortunately some of that is probably getting over there and getting in the way of the sunshine that she's getting. She complained today about getting a tan. Too much of a tan. Anyway, we don't see anything up in Norway, Sweden, or Finland. Pretty good as far as Germany. Not looking too bad. Kind of a little bit in there, but it's worse when you get over into Russia and those areas. England and Ireland, Scotland, looking pretty awesome. Same thing goes for Iceland. So very clean that way. And that's pretty good. I think not overly bad. Oh, I see. Down here, Michael Volcano is actually giving off a little bit more of a plume. We haven't seen that for a while. So a little bit of activity there. Maybe that one's going to pop soon too. All right, let's pop over to our actual weather. I do have to refresh that one, and hopefully it'll put it up to our current time. There we go. Real quick peek in here, and North America, you can see that heat going all the way up into Nunavut. North. So we got the Yukon up here, as well as the Yukon is not too bad. It's holding pretty steady with some warm temperatures, but still some cool areas. But you're really warm up in Northwest Territories, as well as portions of Nunavut. And then we get down into the prairie area, fairly warm. And the heat goes, the further down south you are, the more the heat. We see some very, very high temperatures happening in, I guess it would be Arizona and California and Nevada, and let's see, Texas is actually a little cooler today than it was before, but I think the big heat is 43 degrees. Wow. 44 degrees. And yeah, okay, so that's, oh, I seen a 45 in there, and that is in Arizona. So if you want to cook, go to Arizona. It is very, very hot there. Arizona snowman, I don't know how you keep from melting at that temperature. And it's incredible. Anyway, looking at Central America, where it's always warm and nice, we're not looking too bad. 27, 28 degrees in Cancun, Mexico. The other portions vary depending on where you are. Looks pretty good. And Daryl, if you're Gecko, if you're still on the Gecko, you need to update. Make sure you're live. Just so you hit that button, make sure you're live. Anyway, looking at the Amazon, it's holding pretty steady, 24, 25 degrees. There's our magic cutoff line just north of Buenos Aires, Argentina, and that is what we're seeing there. Cold temperatures in the mountains, of course, and bottom end of Chile is Chile. Okay. Down here, Michael Volcano, South Sandwich Islands, they got a lot of wind happening there, going every which way, so pretty cool. Sliding over, let's have a look at Iceland real quick. And hey, nice in Iceland. They are getting some of that warm air current that's being pulled up there is helping keep it warmer, and that is always nice. But they do still have cold temperatures up here in the ice fields and stuff like that. Out on the peninsula, 8-9 degrees, pretty normal for Iceland at this time of year. And let's move off, and we see here, of course, Ireland, and oh boy, that 13 degrees or so Celsius. Irish monk must be basking in warm temperatures, and that's pretty awesome. Scotland and England about the same, and we slide up a little bit. Norway, Norway's pretty cool, but we do have a lot more heat in Sweden, which is really nice for them. And we see Finland is kind of iffy with some of that stuff. Warmer in Poland than it is in Germany. And I hope Yvonne Kunkel didn't hear me say that. Anyway, Germany looking a little cool right now. I'm not sure why, but it is. France, kind of the same thing. They got a high there, and a high always allows that cold temperatures, usually clear skies, and allows the cold temperature to just permeate because of there's no thermal blanket of any type. Spain looking a lot warmer, and of course Italy, beautiful in Italy, and 18, 19 degrees right now in places like Naples, and down here at Etna, same thing, kind of 18, 19 degrees, pretty awesome. And looking at this area here, of course, where Piggy is from, the island of Kos, even though she's not in Kos right now, they are getting 22 degrees Celsius. And this is Crete here, and they've got some good temperatures around it as well. So hope it stays nice for Piggy in those wonderful areas while she's still on her vacation. Northern Africa, the Sahara Desert, continuing as a hot spot. It is nighttime there, and it is 35 degrees Celsius in some spots, 36 in others, and a little cooler the further east, and we get hot again as we get into what we call the Middle East, or Saudi Arabia, and some of those countries. Looking at what we're seeing in India, still very, very warm. India, Pakistan, everything, they're very, very warm. Indonesian areas, and same thing with Bangkok, 29 degrees for Tony Flabby right now, so he can enjoy that. And a little bit, well, it's okay there, but a little bit cooler in Australia again. We see that heat is leaving the continent, and they are getting colder and colder temperatures right now, about 11 or 12 degrees in Melbourne. Very cold down in Tasmania, unfortunately. And boy, yeah, they got some cold temperatures, -1, -2. Winter. 'Tis winter for them. But you know, -2 Celsius, as far as I'm concerned, yes, it's cold for them, but -2 Celsius is still t-shirt weather for us here, right? And you know, when you live with a -30 C for 6 months of the year, you kind of get the gist of it. Anyway, Sydney looking pretty awesome, 14, 15. Brisbane about the same. We slide over onto New Zealand, and we see that they are getting hit with those hard, fast winds. Probably a storm sitting here and here. Northern Ireland looks a lot warmer than the south, but that is still pretty awesome to see. And I think we've gone around the world pretty much, and that should be about it for that part. Let's take a look at storms and things. While we're here, let's take a look at Australia first. We do see on the western coast we have that low, and it is popping in some storms right along the coast. So places like Perth are probably getting hit. Looking here at Tasmania, yep, snow up in some spots and rain in some areas, and they've got that cold air blasting them, and that is what we're seeing, and that's all making it all the way up into main continental Australia. So hopefully that cold air will alleviate itself and head in some other direction, like south. Anyway, that's not too bad there. Still a lot of thunderstorms that we see in Indonesian areas, Philippines, and of course, as we get out here, we see that New Caledonia is getting stormed out, and then of course New Zealand. And that's what I was saying. There looked like there was a storm right there, and there is one back here too, just not right in this spot, but a little further out. So they are getting hit with some bad stuff, and it is winter time and storm season for them. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. Looking at South America, we do see a storm all the way across it, and still holding some storms up in the northern portions of South America. And of course, there's what I refer to as my equatorial storm going all the way across the planet. And you can see it pretty much, it's there. So a little break here, but not too much, and a little busted up over here in the Indian Ocean. Going up a little bit more, we see here in North America, west coast of Canada, boy, C&D boy is probably getting nailed with some storms. That stuff we had yesterday moved off a little bit. I'm very happy about that. But we do see some sporadic storms going across the U.S., and we do see stuff down in Florida and perhaps I think Louisiana or some places like that down there. A little bit in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. Not too bad till we get back up here. So places like Maine and Prince Edward Island, stuff like that, they'll be getting nailed with some of that stormy weather. And same thing with northern Ontario, and of course right here in what we refer to as the St. Lawrence Seaway. And don't go in there, you'll drown. Hudson's Bay has got another storm in there. So looking at this here, this looks pretty nasty, and that is actually drawing some of that warmer air up though, and that is not so bad. 13 degrees, that's not bad, Leo, for you there. 72% humidity though, that'll bite right into your skin. Anyway, we do see that hopefully that's going to ease up and leave everybody alone. And here in looks like Italy and portions of Greece are getting storms. Same thing with areas in Poland and stuff. Looks like most of it moved out of Germany because we had this stuff sitting about here yesterday, and it has drifted downward. So looks a little better, and Poland, like I said, getting hit. And here we have Norway, Sweden, and Finland, and the warmer area down on the bottom. They are getting rain though, unfortunately. So that's kind of what we're seeing around the world for weather today. We did typically do the cold spot, and I did find a spot there that was about minus 70, and I can no longer find it. The coldest I can see is minus 65 is what I was finding. but I did find one that was minus 70 earlier, and I'll stick with that. And I know I seen it; it was there. I should have taken a picture, screenshot. But that's it for now, you guys, and that is wonderful. Doesn't look too bad on the planet, and I'm happy we had this wonderful time. Oh, hang on, something wrong with that picture. What happened there? It broke. Somebody broke it, and there, we fixed that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is about time to wrap it up. For those good people, if you guys haven't hit that like button yet, we're trying to get it up to 100. Yeah, 100 likes. So if anyone hasn't hit that like button yet, please really help us out and see if we can push the likes up there a little bit. That would really, really be awesome. And I'd be very happy, you guys. Also, a big thank you to everyone here. All the members, of course, and all of the members of the Lava family. That means every one of you. Big thank you to Grandma B, Metal Omi 54, Daryl R, Garabandal, Diane Craig, and Kevin Haynes for those wonderful super chats. And also thanks Nancy and Diane Craig for renewing the memberships. You guys are awesome, and I really do appreciate the support, and that is pretty cool, pretty neat, and very awesome. So thank you, everyone there. And also thank you, Arizona Snowman, CND Boy. I didn't see Joseph Fields today, but I also want to throw out a special thank you to Piggy for sending the bacon seeds in and stuff like that. So we really do appreciate that. Hey, I didn't see Russell in there earlier. Welcome, Russell, and have a great evening. And on those friendly words and notes, thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And please, make sure that before you head off to bed tonight, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care and be good. Oink, oink.